So we talked to Blue about the collaboration,
Yeah.
and how was the process? So you have to audition for the music, or it was
No,
just
not thankfully not. um, I think that they had been through a process where they were really trying to find the right voice
Mhm.
for Fawn, which was a little difficult because obviously she's this high and she has a high voice and she's very cute.
Mhm.
But with the songs, they really wanted to achieve something where there was a bit more oomph and a bit more character, and a bit more grit to her. So, and just a bit of experience behind her, I think.
Mhm.
Um, and so it's fantastic. They got in touch with me, and said, "We love your voice. We think it's right for this, and we just want you to be yourself."
Mhm.
And Matt Walker, who got me in on the project, was very funny because he said that he said we were looking for someone who was a bit feral, a bit wild, a bit naughty, and we thought of you.
That's
So
good.
that was nice.
You
Um,
you worked on several films before,
yeah.
so what's the difference in this case?
Well, I've never worked on an animation,
Mhm.
and also with a live action movie, you're singing to just be the emotion that kind of sits beneath the film and helps the scene. But with this film, with the Legend of the Never Beast, I'm singing as her. You know, it's not exactly that I'm getting into character and
Mhm.
pretending to be Fawn, but it is her voice. It's her talking about how she feels, about her personality. You're learning more about her through the songs, and so it was really fun to kind of, you do feel like you're in the movie. I felt like I was a fairy while I was singing those songs,
Well, that's
definitely.
good.
Yeah,
You
it's
spread
definitely
some
good.
wings and fly
Yeah,
away.
I feel younger.
Blue uses a lot of non-traditional instruments. So is that something helpful for you? Is that something that I don't know, maybe inspiring?
I think that Blue's choice of instrumentation was really helpful and important in terms of me getting involved because it's very interesting to approach what you would normally think of as quite a traditional animated Disney movie in a really quite different way. So they're using, like, I mean, crazy stuff, pipes and pots and pans and gamelans, and so yeah, it was a big deal for me that musically it was being approached from quite a left of center place. I liked that they were being experimental. I'm a really big fan of doing more unusual backing vocals. And because there's a kind of wildness and, nature plays such a big part in this storyline, um, we were looking at kind of indigenous singing and these different ways of using the voice that come from much more natural places rather than the pop world or the rock world. Um, so there's a few places on the songs where I can let rip, and I've done some pretty bizarre backing vocals. I've been like chirping like a bird, and
Yeah,
yeah, there's a few monkey noises there, but you'd
nice.
have to listen carefully.
So director told me about the Celtic influences on the movie. So did you go and search maybe some Scottish and
Well, I am Scottish, so I
exactly?
know I know about that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't really have to do that. It was more really Blue and Rob
Mhm.
in composing the songs because the songs will give you that. The songs and the production will really give you that. I mean, if you take a kind of Scottish, very Scottish folk song, you can sing it in so many different ways and make it sound completely different. Um, but for me, it was that kind of slightly tribal feeling about the music where there was great beats and great rhythm and some really nice kind of intertwining instrumental ideas. But at the end of the day, they're just incredibly strong pop songs.
Mhm.
So, and all the orchestral stuff that's written on top of that just really gives it class. I think it sounds great.
Do you prefer sing just with the guitar, or do you like also with a
I
classic
love I
orchestra?
love the difference. I would never want to do the same thing all the time. It would get boring for me. So and it's really interesting. There's a lot to learn going through the process of a film like this, where first of all you're seeing how much work goes into the animation process, which is just a huge amount of work and energy. And then with the music, because I sang my parts to blues track, and then we both went into the scoring stage and watched the orchestra play their part, and that was added, and just seeing this thing grow. And then at some points going, actually, we need to bring it back here, or, you know, let's go really big here, or let's have some extra backing vocals there, or, and also because it's a film, you're following action. And so there might be a moment where Fawn is doing something in the action where it'd be great if my voice can follow what she's doing. And so it was really fun, very different way of approaching it.
This year marks the 10th year anniversary of your debut.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
And it's isn't it 10 years that Tinkerbell's been being made for? I think
Once,
over its
yes,
span.
yes, the last patch.
You see, the planets align. I know. If someone had told me when I brought my first record out that in 10 years' time we'll be in LA singing on a Disney animation movie, I would not have believed them.
So how could you sum up in a few words this 10-year career?
Phew. I don't know. Dot. Life-changing. Just magical, difficult, challenging, enormously rewarding, and just very, very happy about where I've ended up, which is somewhere where I can really choose what I do. I don't feel like I have to. And I think that my fans are kind of used to me doing different things now, so I don't feel there's a problem with me trying out all sorts of different things, trying scoring movies, trying singing for this, or side projects, or whatever I want to do. So I feel that it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of good fun, and I've ended up somewhere where I can really kind of do whatever I want.